What is going on, everybody? You are listening to the Built for War podcast. I am your host, Austin Trotter, accompanied by my co-host, Michael Musick.
What's up, Strength Freaks?
If you guys noticed, there was a little talking over the intro because we just got a new piece of equipment.
Oh, in the studio. Look at that. We talk about upgrades all the time. And look at this upgrade.
And not only is this a part of the upgrade, but if you look at the screen,
look at that face.
There's also another part of the upgrade.
Dude.
But we're going to get into him later on.
Yeah.
Don't worry about him right now.
Just focus on us.
We're focusing on us.
Right now.
We're going to jump right into our sponsors.
Yeah, let's take care of it. So first and foremost, sorry. Oh, I totally cut you off,
Dude,
bro.
you're good.
Sorry.
It's cool. I'll go fuck myself.
Dude, no big deal.
Our first sponsor of the week is going to be Cerber Strength USA.
Cerber Strength.
And we normally have an item of the day,
Yep.
but we have a guest. So we're just going to give him a shout out real quick. You know, made strong for the strong.
That's right.
Started in 2012. Best place to go for all of your powerlifting and strongman needs.
Legitimately. And they're just fucking blowing up. They're
Dude.
just taking care of the game right now.
They are. They're getting really locked in with all the powerlifting federations.
Yeah.
It's great.
Just everywhere. I love seeing it. So if, as always, you guys check out your Cerber Strength gear. Check the link in the bio. And, and use that code, BFOWO.
BFOWO.
Get that 10%. Get that fucking layaway. God, we always talk about that layaway.
Okay.
Damn. All right.
Yeah,
Ooh,
dog.
Damn.
Get that layaway.
Sick. We got the audio.
Oh, yeah. You guys are going to be listening to a lot of sound effects from now on because I got everything. Like,
Dude, we got everything, bro.
If I do a great job and Mike doesn't laugh.
That's so sick.
Oh, man.
Oh.
And our second sponsor of the podcast is going to be Premier TRT and Med Spa.
Always. Always. They're just the number one brand around here, I think, for just overall health. You know, as we always talk about, you guys need to get yourselves checks. Keep on top of that shit because it's something so basic that can just change your entire life.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, I think people just, you know, it's your job to keep yourself in the best ability to be your best for your family, for your goals, for anything like that. So right here in the CO, we got Premier TRT, which they are statewide, so you guys can check them out. They constantly have nothing but free consultations, whether it's telemarketing or telehealth, I think they call it.
Telehealth, yeah.
Telehealth, and or anywhere other clinics around there. You guys got to check them out and keep yourself checked up.
Yeah.
So now let's get into this guy.
On to the bread and butter.
Ooh.
Oh, there's some butter here.
So if you guys are watching on the screen, which you should be, but if you're not and you're just watching with your ears, we got Chris Burda, strongman, on the podcast today. What's up, brother?
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for showing up, man.
You are. How does it feel
thanks
to
for
be?
the invite, you guys.
Absolutely. How does it feel to be our numero uno,
Dude,
on the big screen,
You
not in the studio?
yeah, dude, you're our first Zoom caller.
Yeah.
You know, I feel pretty honored. I wasn't quite sure what to expect, so I hope everything goes according to your plan, unlike how I set up the computer in the first place.
Hey, man.
No, you're good.
It's all good because we fumbled around for a good 15 minutes and I didn't even hit join computer audio. So
Killing it.
I'm shaking in my boots. It's all right. As I'm sure you know, podcasts don't always go exactly how they're supposed to. Hence, as I see you're wearing a Massonomics tee. So
Yeah, so you know that. Hell yeah.
Well, whole lot about nothing.
That's right.
absolutely. And that's basically what this podcast is. But that motto has been taken already. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to have trademark issues.
No.
Can't do lift shorts.
No.
we should do, oh my God, we should do squat shorts.
Squat. Ooh.
Just to fuck with those guys.
Yeah.
But are you going to make them like really nice and short though?
Dude, the shorter
You
the
want a
better.
little bit of that booty cheek hanging out at the bottom.
Absolutely.
If we
summertime.
don't have the hamstring to butt cheek connection showing, then are they really squat shorts?
That's not even real.
Good point.
Right. That's right.
Anyways, enough about our $1 million ideas. Let's get into you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, weight class, few achievements, all that kind of good shit.
Yeah, so like you said, Chris Burda. I'm new to the strongman scene. I actually just got into it during the COVID lockdown. It was, you know, all the gyms kind of were going down. I was just doing kind of like the whole bodybuilding gym bro thing, just getting in there, just keeping fit, whatnot. And when I had access to nothing, I was like, well, shit, what am I gonna do? Right. So I went on like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. I found we got a keg, got a couple tractor tires, and then I went and picked up like what are those, like the 5-gallon Culligan water jugs?
Nice.
Put sand in them and just started carrying it. And I started talking to friends. They're like, you know, that's a sport, right?
You're like, no.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Do you know anyone that does it?
You know that's
so I got linked up with
right?
a couple guys. Yeah. So I linked up with a couple guys like in like the winter, fall of like 2021. They're like, hey, you should come do like a novice competition. So my first ever was in February 2021 here in like the Minneapolis region.
Mm-hmm.
And instantly hooked because honestly the community is super cool.
Yes, right.
Like everyone's really inclusive. They like everyone's like I've done other sports, I've done bodybuilding, like to each their own with that kind of stuff. But it's a singular sport. I felt like the strength sports, you can say that with some powerlifting and strongman. It's everyone's kind of like really bringing each other up.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. I found out where I should be.
Absolutely.
This is way more fun.
Fuck yeah. Isn't that crazy? Because we're very similar. Because I started when was that show?
So your first show was February. It was right before the lockdown.
Yeah, right. So it's February 2020. So same, dude. We literally have a very similar background. Bodybuilding.
You had been training with us for probably 3 or 4 months right before it.
Yeah, that's right.
And then all of a sudden he did that show. It was like middle of February, and then it was just complete lockdown.
Yeah, same thing. Like was bodybuilding, found a different gym, and was like, oh, look at all this shit. What are those? And then same thing. Just started like picking shit up, and immediately was like, oh, this is just so much more fun. Like, and then all of a sudden I met these guys. And and like coming from the bodybuilding angle where everybody's so used to just like being all on their own, like puffed up and like, you know, like, I don't need your help, bro. I got it. Like, and these people are like, no, like I met him. I was fumbling with like a 175 stone, like just trying to pick this thing up. He walks over, a complete stranger, and is like, nah, bro, you're doing it wrong. Let me show you how to do this. And I was like, damn, that guy genuinely just actually helped me do something. And
I had the ability to act like I knew what the fuck I was talking about, but I think I was only like maybe 6 months into it at the time.
But he faked it so well. I was like, those guys are like professionals. Look at them. And but yeah, same dude. I did that competition. He's like, yo, you're signing up for a comp. I was like, okay. Like immediately started training. And then dude, I did that first show. Fucking fell in love with it. That community is like, and that's what we preach on this show constantly. If you guys don't know anything about, mostly strongman, but even, I think in most strength sports, the community behind it is just unbelievable. It's just, it's you versus you, but it's also everybody's together because it's like you're really the enemy is like the weights because that shit will break you, bro. And like it's so everybody's just uplifting each other and just it's fucking awesome. So I love hearing very similar stories to getting into it. So.
Well, I think that's what's been cool, like even meeting you, and then honestly, I've made friends from every single competition that I still talk to every week.
See, right?
So I'm like, dude, you guys are like fun people to talk to, keeping just shooting shit with.
Yeah.
But then also like even some of the local people that I've competed against multiple times, we look forward to just seeing each other at that competition, to watch each other. I'm like, dude, I know you're gonna beat me at that press. I want to see what you can really do. Come on, let me show it.
Yeah. Isn't that funny? Like
fun stuff like that. Like. Yeah, I love that part.
Seriously, like most people, like it's a competition, so like you want to do your best, but at the same time, like going to strongman competitions, it's like a party. Like it's like seeing all your boys. It's like hanging out with everybody. It's like I love.
Well, and it's always the best because right after like the last event's done,
it's
beers get fucking cracked open. Everybody's just having a grand time.
It's so sick. Yeah. So like if you guys don't know, me and Chris actually, that's how we met, was competing in the same class. This man beat me. He took my title from me. But it's
that's why I haven't come back yet. I'm worried.
But no, I mean, it's one of those, like, that's the sport. Like, you respect it so much because I gave everything I got. You gave everything you got. And, man, fucking hats off to you. You took me. Like, so it's just one of those mad respect things. Like, and it's like, and now fucking we're building a relationship. And I don't think you can find that in any other sport. So I absolutely love that.
Agreed. Yep.
Yeah. So what have you been up to, man? What do you?
So Yeah, you're speaking of, drinking a beer right after a competition. So the next competition I'm doing is Minnesota Strongest Man here in July.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck
And it's
yeah.
at a brewery. So I'm like, oh,
Oh,
perfect.
ew.
Oh, fucking,
So-
don't you know?
Don't you know? Do you
So
say
that
that?
should be fun. So yeah, they haven't had the Minnesota Strongest Man competition for a few years, I believe.
Okay.
So they're bringing it back. So it's fun to kind of like, okay, I'll go for that title. It sounds like a good time.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. Are you doing? Is it SC, USS?
Yeah.
Or SC. Okay.
So yep, I've been kind of sticking pretty much mostly all to strongman core
Okay.
on there, honestly, because I don't have to cut as much weight.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I just haven't done it yet. But I did SC Nationals last year.
Oh, okay.
And I still kind of have like I got my own like my revenge story that I want to do better because I made mistakes there.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, I could have
Dude.
placed better. I missed going to the Arnold by a couple points,
Oh,
and I was like,
fuck.
that burned.
Dude, that
So
just like
I'm
holds
coming
with
back
you.
for it next-
Holds with you.
Yeah, I was like, we're not done.
Absolutely not. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say I thought you went to SC Nats. Okay.
So then I would
Yeah,
assume
so-
that you're a 105.
He's a 105. Yeah.
Yes.
'Kay.
Yep. So I kind of sit around like mid 240s
Okay.
throughout like off season. I'll cut that good 15 pounds to water.
Yep.
And it was funny, is actually the worst water cut I did was actually for Colorado.
For that Crown Mountain.
Yeah, I had to check in early to the hotel, and I already was like fasting. So like going in the plane when you're fasting, you have an 8 and you're water cutting. It's miserable. I don't know if anyone's ever done it. It sucks.
This guy.
I fucking did it at USS Nats in fucking New Hampshire. I cut
Yeah.
all the way literally from that morning when we left on the plane, and then we flew the 4 hours to get there. And then I still had to wait a good, probably
all the way
what
till the
was
next
it,
morning.
18 hours.
Until the next morning, because he showed up at like 2 p.m. We had weigh-ins at like 9 a.m. the next day. This dude's dying over here, and
I made fucking weight.
he made the weight. So,
But it was still,
Yeah.
dude, I tell people all the time, like, it's okay to cut weight. It is not okay to fucking cut weight and travel at the same time.
It wasn't fun. It really wasn't.
dude.
No. And the thing is, I mean, I had to fly for Strongman Core Nats too. And I
Right.
just kind of like, I felt like every competition I've done, I've just gotten better at learning how to do it.
Absolutely.
And I mean, you could also just say, you could just stop eating like shit maybe a little sooner. And then
But
I have less water to cut.
Right. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, I mean, and I don't have
But
a lot
who the
of
fuck wants to do that?
Right. But I mean, and I don't
That's
have.
why
a
I'm
lot
in
of-
Strongman, damn it.
Yeah.
Exactly. I
I'm
love my
not in
cheesecake and I
bodybuilding.
love my fucking chips. Okay,
Yeah.
leave me alone.
I like steak, potatoes, and fucking gravy.
Seriously. Yeah. No. I'm gonna have to start learning from you guys because like I'm about to do my first water cut because like. So that show we did at Crown Mountain was my first one. I didn't even know it was a 105. Like I didn't, because I'd never, that was my first strongman comp. And I didn't realize, like before I always did USS and it's always I always do the middleweights as a 220. And I always sit around like 210, 212. And so like I walk in and I was like, and I jumped on the scale. I think it was like 209 something. And I was like, oh yeah, we're all good. And she's like, oh yeah, you only need to make 231. I was like, no, 220, right? She's like, no, this is a 105, honey. And I was like, what do you mean a 105? So then see like you guys and all this shit. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, all these big motherfuckers. But like that's the name of the game anymore. So like learning that is like you need to like that's almost an aspect of it because any higher level like nationals or anything above that, you need to be about 15, 20 pounds over your actual
There are some big boys when you get to that level.
Dude,
Holy
right.
shit.
I mean, like when you think like Camby was a 105.
Dude, the dude walks around like
What?
almost 260. He's fucking huge, and
Yeah.
he jumps to 231.
monster,
He's
yeah.
huge, right? And that's what. And I've played that Clash game. I did that 2 years in a row. Got my ass kicked. Those motherfuckers
Yeah.
are huge in real life. It's like, bitch, you just almost died to get to 231, and now you're competing here fresh as a daisy at like 260. Like, good for you, motherfucker. I'm bloated at 212. I feel like shit.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, that's the name of the game. So that's amazing that you're starting to learn that, and that's just becoming an aspect of going to that higher level. Learning to, because I feel like from what I've learned, it's one thing to be able to take the weight off, but it's that refeed to feel like unfucking believable the next day and still be primed and ready to go. So, So good, dude. I'm glad. So the next one's July. July what?
So July 15th.
15th
at Forgotten Star Brewery here in Fridley, Minnesota. Yep.
Okay. And so you're going after that next. You're gonna get your qualifier for the nationals.
So I actually got my qualifier for nationals in February. I did Winter Warriors.
Perfect.
Yep. So I already got that taken care of.
Good.
I just want to compete again. To me, I really get nervous, honestly. Like I have so much nerves that week leading up. I don't know how about you guys, but every time leading up, it's like, oh man, I got to sleep tonight. Well, I can't. It's just like, I'm just thinking
that's
about,
one of
did I do everything I could? Like,
that's the one thing I always tell people about like doing competitions is those nerves are going to fuck you up until you do that first event.
And then you're good.
And then it's like, I'm riding a bicycle again.
Isn't that funny? Like up to the first event.
How it always is.
And even like you want it to always go good, right? So you can run into the next event and stuff. But it's like no matter how it goes, whether you're down or you're up, like you just feel better. Like it's like, whew, all right, it's time to make up points. Or it's like, fuck yeah, like let's get on to the next one. I'm doing really good in this one. That went well. But it's like, jitters all the way. And it's like, it's like a little kid on Christmas the night before. Like you can't fucking stop. You can't sleep for the shit because you're thinking and wandering. Did I do everything? And so I get that. So that's good. Okay. So you already checked off the list. So you already done your yearly check off. You got your nationals. You got that.
Well, they were offering that there was an early bird discount on it, and I was going to wait a little bit longer to sign up. So, but I was like, hey, if I can save a little extra bucks, we all know everything's got expensive now. I'm going to save $50.
Oh, dude, $50. I do like how they do those early birds.
Yep, I'll sign up. So I'm ready to go. But
good shit.
That'll be a fun one this fall.
What kind of events are listed up in that one?
For nationals?
No, for your July comp.
Yeah,
the brewery.
Oh yeah, July comp. So it's going to be a max axle press.
Okay.
Yep. For people who like pressing, that's fun.
Yeah, that shit's
moving on
for the fucking birds.
I love pressing.
Man, I've been working on it, but it just seems like it's funny. Like everyone kind of has like their event, and that's also why I really like the strongman because you're going to nail that one. However, catch you on this other one.
And that's the name of strongman too. It's like
Mr. Consistent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's like in the long run, you just need to be good enough to stay in the top 2 or 3 in every event. Because everybody comes natural with something, right? Like like your deadlift is fucking stupid, and like so you're super natural in deadlift. Same with this guy. Like it just comes so natural, and stones and like all these things. And then like for me, just personally, like pressing came really natural to me. But then I fucking have to work on deadlifts. I have to work on stones. I have to. I
guess we haven't even asked, how tall are you?
So I'm straight at 6 foot.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got, long fucking arms.
Yeah.
Like I do.
That helps a little bit for carries. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're good at carries. You're good at stones. You're good at deadlifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely where my expertises are.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's where I'm at too. I fucking suck at pressing because I have a mile to go before I reach lockout.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro.
He's got fucking T-Rex arms. Okay, so event number.
What's so cool.
Right, it is, and that's right, but it evens itself out, right? And then that's what I love about strongman as well. Like, it's funny how you talk to some people. Like, I'll talk to like my parents or somebody else, and they're like, "Well, that's not really fair. Like, you're shorter than he is, so don't you have to lift that higher?" But it's like, yeah, but then
it's gonna normally it makes up in the competition.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, okay, so he may be taller, but then you take to a pressing event. He technically has to make that thing go even higher than I do. But then he catches me on like a deadlift or a stone platform. So it always evens itself out. And that's what I love, the beauty of it. So in one way or another, it's evening itself out. So, But okay, so you got or go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, but that's the other cool part about it too, is every competition changes. Right. So it's always evening itself out. So you can always kind of find ones you're like, okay, maybe I'm better at these events. I'll sign that up. So it's kind of fun how you can play with that too.
100%.
It's like, all right, there's 10 different variations of deadlift. Which one are we doing?
Well, right. And that's what we preach that all the time. Like strongman, that's what I love so much. And that's why it is strong man, not paired to, nothing against powerlifting or something else, but you can expertise yourself in a squat, a bench, and a deadlift. You may have a different bar, but the lift is the same. Where this is exactly like you said, it's not just a deadlift. It may be an axle. It may be 13. It may be 18. It may be this. It may be from the floor. It may be this. And then like a carry event, a fucking stone event. It may there's 50 different strongman implements.
and every show is always
different. Show is some ways always different. So yeah, as us athletes, we always try to like, if you're like I am, like you look at your big picture like nationals, and you almost like you compete to compete, but you also look at for shows that are almost like, I'm kind of working on that training anyway. So like, let's just keep running that training and running that training into the main event. So, all right. So you got your axle. What you got?
Yeah, that was a long derail. After
it's all right. We love squirrel moments. I love squirrel
moments. You're gonna have to like put up like bullet points, being like, there was event.
Dude, I'm the same way, bro.
30 minutes later,
look, I always tell everybody, if you're not committed enough to listen to the whole podcast, then fuck off anyways.
Seriously.
Because we're only 21 minutes deep into this thing, and we have so much more to talk about.
We've gotten through one subject. First event. Let's go to the second.
Yeah, so second event is going to be a tire deadlift. So like an 18-inch pull.
Oh, okay.
But it's going to be for max reps in a minute.
Oh, okay.
So when you say tire deadlift, is that going to be something kind of like a axle bar Hummer deadlift type of deal?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yep. So I don't know exactly the same tire, if it's an actual Hummer tire that they're using, but it is an axle.
Okay.
It's an 18-inch pull. I'm like, all right, cool.
Perfect. What's the weight on that?
I think for my group, 545. I could look it up.
No, that's nothing for you.
I believe.
I was going to say, so it's going to be a rep fest.
That's going to be a fucking rep
fest. That's where I kind of looked at it. I was like, we should be in the double digits without too much of an issue.
Easily, bro. Easily. Okay.
But it's always fun, too, because, like, that when you pull certain deadlift heights, you can find out where your sticking point is.
Absolutely.
And, like, some people are really explosive off the floor where, like, sometimes you get stuck, like, right below that knee. And if that's your pick height, you might need to play with it. And that's actually what I've been working with, because that's not like the best part. If I ever get stuck in a deadlift, it's that right below the knee.
That's exactly where I'm at too. Like
same.
my 675, my latest 675 attempt literally it flew up right below the knee, stuck there, and it just stopped.
Same.
Like, but I can rack pull 675 for like 5 sets of 5.
Yeah, that's fun. Even like jumping into like a 13-inch pull. I feel like 13 is the absolute worst in the world, because I've done 18-inch and I've done from the floor.
That's because it's right at the sticking point.
It's just below.
Because you have little legs.
Yeah, it's true.
See, us 6-footed motherfuckers have long legs.
Yeah, but then you get a little bit more legs in it. Mine, it's like immediately on my lower back.
That's not how that works. Yeah. Our wedge is still different.
Yeah, because you're higher, so it's lower. So you can use
I'm going to fucking mute him. Anyways, so
okay, good.
So it's gonna be a rep fest nonetheless.
Okay, yeah,
it should be a rep fest. But that was kind of like when you and I were doing that car deadlift too.
Dude, do you remember that? Like most guys are getting like 4 or 5 reps, and then we jumped in.
And then I was like, I'm going to fucking send this to the beans.
Me too. Okay. And then like, you got like what, 20, 21 or something? I think I got like
mid-20s.
Yeah. And then I think I got like 17 or 18. I almost passed the fuck out. I was like, you can have it, dude. I'm done. I was like, I'm fucking done. I was like, I'm going to die.
Oh, it was funny because seeing your face when you walked over to that, I could just see that he wasn't there. His mind was operating his body.
Gone.
But his soul was not operating.
It was gone,
bro.
Like, yeah, because I remember everybody was over there testing that car deadlift, and yeah, it was me and you. Everybody else went, and like, yeah, I think literally like the highest number was like 6 or 7, and then all of a sudden we walked up. I hit the salts, went blind, and then just like, and then like I was using my peripherals to watch how easy, because at that point,
fine.
Yeah, right. I didn't even need to see. Yeah, exactly, and like and at that point I hadn't seen your deadlift, obviously, right? And I just saw you just like boom, 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 and I was like, holy shit! And like, so I just like blacked the fuck out and started pulling. And then I think I got to like 17 or something, and I was like, I can't. I was like, I'm gonna fucking die, dude. like I'm gonna die. And so that was one of those things. Like, fucking hats off to you, my friend. Good job. I'm going over here. I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna go to bed.
I'm gonna go to bed now. So. But okay, so that'll be a good event for you. So you make up some good points. So Hopefully the axle will go well, and then but if not, you're gonna make up some good points.
You already knew it because I got to make up some points with the deadlift.
Right, and as athletes, right, you like that's how you have to look at things, right? Like you look at it.
It absolutely is.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, place top 2 or 3 in that press. Make it up for and hit everything else.
Absolutely.
It's a points game.
It's all fucking point. It is absolutely. So you know what you're gonna like. It's funny sometimes, and some of my fondest memories actually are that way. I don't know if you guys are the same way. Sometimes the events that you think you're gonna make the points up, something goes wrong, and then it doesn't happen. And then the events you're so worried about, something miracle happens, and like you fucking end up doing amazing in that event. And but that's the name of strongman. You never know what's gonna fucking happen on the day. You know what I mean? It don't matter what you did in training. It doesn't matter what you did last week. But like we got to make that shit happen on that game day. So, but most likely for you, like I've seen your deadlift. It's fucking ridiculous. So you'll make up the points. And then what you got for the third?
So I might get the order wrong for these. But
right. Okay.
At least I got them all memorized.
Right.
So we have a fire truck pull.
Ooh.
So that's pretty cool. Like I've only recently just tested it out, so we kind of tried to figure out where in the parking lot is level. Because if that's on a downhill slope, that's not
it's
fun.
easier.
It's
right.
Yeah. No, we don't want that. But if it's on an uphill slope, it didn't budge. That was kind of heavy. It was 47,000 pounds.
Yeah, absolutely. And you get to have a lanyard and a rope, right?
So it's a harness with the rope.
Okay, good. Okay, because they fucked you.
I had to pull.
It's a fun event though, because like it's just like, can you survive 1 minute of just as hard as you can go?
Heavy metal.
It's one of those things where you put like yourself in that mind space where you're like, you can do anything super damn hard, but it's only 60 seconds. Just remind yourself. So just go.
Yeah, right. Like, black the fuck out and give everything you got, dude. Okay. I've never actually gotten to do one of those. I've never done a truck pull or any like kind of like that. And like you were gonna do, he did a semi pull at his.
Yeah.
And then they all of a sudden like they gave all the lightweights and everything a rope, and then all of a sudden like the heavyweights showed up and stuff, and they're like, "Hey, go fuck yourself!" And there's no rope, just pull it with your body.
Just dig in, boys.
That's exactly what they said.
That's literally what they did.
You get nothing other than a rope hooked up to the front of the semi, and then you have to pull it fucking 50 feet.
Yeah, no rope.
I mean, it's because you guys are all strong as bears, so bear called that shit down.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what it was.
Yep. They're like, once you get it going, there's a slight decline, like you'll move.
Yeah, and
thanks.
Yeah, I think I moved it, and I moved it all the way through. And it was funny because all of us were within I think 2 or 3 seconds within each other. I was like, man, I kind of wish that there was a lead rope with that, because I think that the gaps would have been wider.
Absolutely.
Because some people don't know how to use a fucking lead rope.
Yeah.
So
okay,
that's exciting.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. So you guys are doing a real fire truck.
It's been fun. Yeah, like I mean it looks cool. Like So like the brewery's like it's got these old like chimney stacks, all old brick, and then you're just pulling this big ass, fire truck. It's gonna look sweet.
It's gonna look metal as fuck for sure.
Yeah. Sick, dude.
I'll just have like the blood handprint going across.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I want to see that on the on the Instagram afterwards. just fucking just blood everywhere.
So then after your fire truck pull, what do you got next?
Yep. So after fire truck, there's another event that I've never really done before. It's a Fingal's finger flip. So there's 3 fink flips, and then you have to carry a yoke to finish it out. So it's a moving event, but the Fingal is definitely new to me. I just recently got hands-on trying it with a couple of friends that live here in Minnesota. So I finally got to try one. It's a fun thing. It's a lot different than anything else. I can't really compare it to anything.
Same. Like we only one of our last comps that I ended up getting sick. It was an SC one, and I got sick and wasn't able to compete. He did it. They had a Fingal fingers after. It was after a yoke, right?
So it was
yoke, frame.
It was a yoke, then a frame, then Fingal fingers for. It was supposed to be a rep fest until the end of the 60 seconds, but.
The Fingal broke, right?
The Fingal broke, yeah. People were testing it, and they didn't end up tidying up that linkage, so it just broke right in the center, and they're like, well, don't know what to do here. I was like, well, I had been saying, like, don't fucking use that. It's super loose.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've only done it one time, but fun event. Different than anything else. So, yeah, that'll be fun as fuck. That'll be really cool. So that's gonna be cool. But you have something.
So it's funny you mentioned that. So this last weekend we were doing the Fingos finger. We broke the weld.
See,
we flips. We broke the weld. So we got a ratchet strap. We just put the hooks from two sides and we just ratcheted it down.
Okay.
It held it. So we just kept on rolling.
Fuck it. Just have a welder on site,
cool.
bro.
Like we had, so it was like 4 of us. So me and 3 other guys, and we like to end the workout. They're like, "Hey, let's just go until no one can flip it anymore." Like 1, 2, 3.
Oh, there you go.
Sides.
Last man standing.
Yeah, and by the end, myself and Brad Anderson, it was like 8 minutes and 50 seconds of just pure flipping, just back.
Fuck.
I was like you're talking about getting into the dark zone, like
dude,
that's that fun level.
Hell yeah, though. Hell yeah. I love those though, because like you just go to places that you just don't expect. Like afterwards, you're like, I didn't even know that I had that in me.
You and
like
I should do that with a 300 stone here soon.
I'm down for that. Like last man standing.
Yeah.
Last man. I love last man
Death
standing.
by stone.
Yeah. Like those.
Yeah,
It's like
I haven't
torture, but we like it.
God,
dude, that's what makes us so sick. Like, God love us because we're sick in the minds. But I mean, that's what also like I love so much, and I also think that that's what thrives us to promote so much of that, because you go to places, whether it's dark or whatever it is, but like it really brings out the absolute best in you, the places that you never thought you'd be able to accomplish, right? Like walking into that, when you're picking up shit, like the warm-ups are the worst. Like just even to pick something up, it's like, holy fuck, yeah, right. You want me to lift that shit? You're out of your fucking mind. And then by the time you get into the right zone, get in the place, you're fucking repping for 9 minutes on something. You know what I mean? It's like, and then that purity that you feel like cannot be like, that cannot be faked. That is fucking earned. And that's what we like, that's what this whole thing's built about. It's like just like earning that and fucking achieving that. Feeling that feeling is fucking unbelievable, I feel like. So that's good shit. That's good shit.
And I think another way you can think about it too is like, it is almost a meditative thing, because what else can you think about during that moment?
Right.
If you have to be doing that, you have to be clear.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you can't think about what work did that day. That guy that flipped you off in traffic, whatever it was that pissed you off. You can use that to fuel you, but when you start going through stuff, it's just clear. Like,
absolutely. I like the way you put that. Yeah, it is a very meditative state. Like, like people like to sit on a fucking rock in front of the Rockies and meditate. I like to flip heavy shit. Like, that's where I find my zone, brother. So.
I know that there is a few people that we've talked to where it's kind of like one of those things where we're like, I go into a really fucking evil place when I lift and when I do shit like that, like extreme maxes, all of that kind of shit. But there's some people that are like, I have to clear my head and I have to be in this fucking cloud and I have to do this. And I'm like, I don't know how much of a serial killer you are.
There's something
but
wrong.
Get the fuck away from me.
Weird sociopath problem.
Like if you're not going into that, like that root of the shit where you just fucking... you're having to fucking grind it down to where you're like, if I don't pick up this deadlift, my mom is gonna die.
Right. Well, right. I mean, you hear like Luke Stallman and shit every time he talks about like doing stones and shit. Like he's so amazing because he imagined his wife being trapped under the stones every single time, or whatever it may be. But that's what's funny.
I mean, I know that Eddie Hall talked about that when he was chasing
the 500.
He had to do a lot of the mental training to dive deeper into kind of your adrenal system. Really. And like, I know we can't do that all the time. That's why we save PRs. That's why you can't salt all the time. You can't be always just doing adrenal jumps like that.
No, absolutely not.
Really save it for when you need it. But you can dig deep into it and there's extra power there.
Absolutely, right? Because strongman is based off to like the nervous system, right?
Well, and our mind controls our body, but our mind limits our control over our body.
Yes, absolutely.
Like without a doubt.
For our own safety.
For your safety, right? I'm sorry.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Ding-a-ling, ding-ding-ding. We need one of those banjos on there.
Oh, damn it. I don't have one.
I told you to put the banjo on there.
Look, bitch, I fucking tried, okay?
There's so many buttons. What do I do? But, absolutely.
We have this really cool button now that we can use as, like, talking into a microphone.
Oh, my God. I feel like the people at Walmart. Dude. But, absolutely. I 100% agree. And if you prime it right, then that's what you use on comp day. And especially, right, if you're able to do that after a long work day, 9 minutes on a rep fest of something else out. When you're peaked out, you've had the nervous system relaxed and everything else, you can just fucking tap into that and just go banana sandwiches. So, good shit. Okay. So, you got that.
Yep.
And then what you got on the next one, the next two?
I would assume that there's 5, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I haven't really done besides one competition. They've always been 5. Nationals is 6, but
that's what I've heard.
I've only done one competition where they had 4 events. But
I did one out in Kansas in December that only had 4, and they didn't even give us a comp shirt. So, at least to say,
my $20 shirt.
At least to say, I will not be going back
I
to
live
that.
for the shirt stuff because look, you're wearing a Massonomics, but like I live for the comp shirts. Like,
I wear them all the time. I really do.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's like a badge of honor.
It really
not only is
that, bro.
Not only is that it, but it's funny to line them all up in your closet and then be like, I remember that one and that one and that one. And
like
that
they
one.
just have so many memories. That's what I want to do one day. It's just like
I have a drawer that is filled.
Oh,
with
do
them.
you?
Yep.
See, I wear them all the time, and like you know what I mean.
I'll wear them like 3 or 4 times, and then they go into the drawer.
See, I should do that like
because I want to frame them one day.
I know that's what I mean. I would like to do that. Like my Our Crown Mountain shirt. That's my stone shirt.
Yeah,
I wear that for stones. I love that shirt.
I think I actually just wore it this last week.
Hell yeah. Yeah, they're the best. I love comp shirts. Like, you had to earn that shit. I mean, I paid $20, but I had to die for that shit.
That's hard money.
That's hard money, motherfucker. What you talking?
But I mean, for both your guys' reason why you're wearing it, it's a cool memory because you get to relive it. It's almost like that same effect when like you go to like a music concert and you got to see that band play a song live, and then when you hear it when you're back in the gym, you're like, bro. Yeah, I remember that time.
Yes,
absolutely.
I never related to that until you just said that, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
I remember when that guy got punched in the face.
Dude, I remember when I walked in. This is my first mosh pit, bro.
And that guy was me.
All right, so
all right, final event number 5
so I finally get to do some more stones again, so I'm excited about that.
Sick.
Because same thing, like I didn't finish that 350
I remember
that we had in fucking Crown Mountain. Dang it!
I know, I remember that, dude.
And there's a 350 at this one, and I was like, oh, you're going this time.
Yeah.
My whole goal is I'm gonna try to if I can, I'm trying to one motion everything. We've been practicing a ton to do that.
Good.
So like this last week, we were working on just 280s, one motions, and
just
I was like,
one
okay,
motion.
these are moving.
Yep, absolutely. So, now, have you worked with that bigger stone? Because I've noticed that from a 3 to a 350, that circumference gets a lot bigger.
Yep, it's the next diameter size up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
like
normally just 1 inch, but it still
gets
fucking noticeable.
Isn't that, and like T-Rex arms here, fucking me.
Yeah.
Like I goes from like maybe some fingertips underneath to like sides. Like when I get to a 350.
Have you ever played where you like put like the tacky on all your contact points, like even up your biceps?
Dude,
too?
that's so funny that you said that because actually I have been for stones, like dude, I have such a fucking because I've increased on stones in training, but then every comp I have gotten fucked on stones. And it's one of those things where like I don't know if it's a mental thing or what it is, but like one of the things that I just started paying attention to was my tacky points. And actually...
And speaking of tacky, this podcast is sponsored by Cerberus Strength USA.
Cerberus Strength USA. Use your code B4WAR to get 10% off of Atlas
Tacky. Grade 3.
Literally, that shit is amazing. I love that shit. But no, actually, talking about tacky points, that is something that is literally like I've ran through so many different like techniques and stuff. And I started noticing actually on OSG last year, it was something super minimal. And who was it? I think it was Big Laws that was talking about it. And he was talking about it with people in their like arm length and stuff. And that's something that, because I'm going to start practicing stones a little bit more because I know, you know, the plan, because that's going to be my next comp is August 19th. I'm doing the OSG qualifier. And then always and then always at the end they always have stones, right? But one of the and that's one of my weak points, so I got to work those. And thanks to him, I got my hands on some big stones. And but anyway, one of those things was talking about like, okay, so if you don't have long enough levers to really get under a stone, then it's like, where is your purchase points? And for what you just said, me would be the bicep. Or even rubbing that tacky. Like me, technically, I always just go palm, little bit on the forearm, call it a day. But really, it's like if that diameter is that big, I need to start tacking all the way onto my fingertips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I never even thought about that. Or like you just said, on the bicep, like, because I'm so short that like technically it's all the way up. It's like, fucking throw tacky up here in my armpit, bro. Like, God. I mean, whatever's going to get you to
baby oil that you would need.
But I mean, if that's what's going to purchase you on that stone, you know what I mean?
So I've done it before too, where it'll be like, all right, we're going to get some tacky on the chest. We're doing this thing. And it's like every single contact point, but it's not going to be a fun time.
No.
But it'll hold a little bit.
Yeah. And that's actually, I did a show in January. I did fucking got my ass kicked, but I did an open pro show. And that was the first show that I did shirtless. I've never done stone shirtless, but in even Crown Mountain, it fucked me. For some reason in practice, I wear a stone shirt, the Crown Mountain shirt. Never does it get stuck. Like when you're going to purchase the stone up on the platform, does it like pull on me? But I remember at Crown Mountain, that fucking thing almost like ripped off my face and it was getting in my way. And then I did the Sunday paper, I think, or another contest. Same thing. For some reason in comp, because I think it's because like, you know, you have so many people going before you. So there's so much fucking tacky purchased up on that.
Well, he was going into the Sunday paper because so many people were using so much tack on that one stone,
dude,
that he, like, whenever I do stones, I make sure that I tie the bottom of my shirt in a knot so that way it's super tight up against my abs.
Yeah, like I've done that before. Yeah, where I take it real tight and I'll put it in a knot in the back and just tape that up.
Yep. Yeah. I do that every single time. I've never had a fucking issue. And I think you didn't do that.
I didn't. No, I never did.
As soon as you lifted up, the bottom of your shirt,
it just literally in that clash. Same thing. I thought I had that stone. I was like, here we go. It ripped, like I had a flap on my shirt because it ripped my shirt off. But it stopped me from lifting the fucking stone. I was like, and I was like, what the fuck? So finally I went in there and I went shirtless. And I was like, fuck this. But like you said, like it hurts. But in the name of the game, no, but when you're in that moment and like what's important to you, like you'll deal with the pain, you know, and that's what's also awesome about strongman. Like you'll take the battle scars afterwards. Like you don't feel it in the moment, but afterwards you're
do.
Yeah, I don't. Like
I do. It'll fuck up a lift for me real quick.
Really? Yeah. So like I was
like, if I ever do an axle and I don't fucking clean it high enough and it drops on the belt and squishes my little fat.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That little
lift, my lift is over. My lift is fucking over. I cannot press it.
I literally have like it's like pure fucking like scar tissue.
A welt line.
I swear to God, my stomach, I shit you not, it like is like this, and then it bevels over and then goes back down because I've gotten burnt so many times with axle.
Yeah, it'll fuck up my whole life.
Yeah, I don't even notice it. I just don't notice it until afterwards, and then I just can't even move. But
then you see all this purple, and you're like, I did it again.
Yeah, I do every fucking time, bro. Every time, yeah. But in training, I'll notice it. But during the comp, I usually don't notice anything like that. So I could rip my nipple off, and like I probably wouldn't notice it, and then I'd be good after.
I'll pick it up off the stone.
Give me that thing. We'll glue that bitch back.
Tacky's still on there. Oh, that'll hold.
Get some bubble gum. You'll be fine. So.
Bubble gum.
Okay, so that sounds good, dude. So that's just going to be kind of like a run through comp for you. Get the confidence up, get you going through some of the training you're.
Well, we didn't even. What is your heaviest stone on that one?
Yeah, so that is a 350 stone for the heaviest one. Okay. It's a 4-stone series, just rising.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 4. Okay.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. So it's probably something along the lines of like 273, 330, 350.
Yeah, something I think pretty close to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a comp coming up here in fucking
Colorado's.
No. Since Austin's not being induced early, I'm gonna do Celtic Bison.
And they got a stone series.
They got a 5-stone
series.
That's
right, they got the fun.
Except for their stone ends at 330.
Oh, okay. So that's, okay.
So I'm gonna one motion all of that. I've hit 370. 370.
That's what I mean. This is one of the guys that is just like so natural. So he molded a bunch of stones. It's been in his garage for 1,000 years. And I live on
1,000.
They're not even like smooth anymore. They're chipped and they're just in the corner.
Yeah. And where I'm at and where I live, I got like a big barn out on the property, and like so we were able to move everything and locate it over there. And so we went out there and tested them, and we haven't done stones in forever. And it was for that January comp. I was like, dude, I gotta get this 350 stone. I gotta get it. Like the stone series went up to a 400, but I was like, let's just focus on what we can do. Like you know, and I was able to get the 350, and then and then like it goes 350, 370, and then we got a big ass 450. And that thing is just so massive. But he fucking no problem, 350. Boom. I was like, cool, go fuck yourself. Watch out. let me try this thing. And, I was able to get it, so I was happy. And then I couldn't get that 370. Like I could not get it. It got to the knee, and I could not put it in the lap. And then he's just one of those natural motherfuckers, just like 370. Like just right on the fucking bar. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go inside and drink.
Yeah,
like,
now that OSG's coming up, there was a stone, like a stone qualifier in it, and I was like, I want to see if I can get that 405.
Yeah, that's something you should be going for, my friend.
I haven't really tried to push it. I mean, this is just the time we've been getting back into stones because we took a whole break all through winter. There wasn't any stones at nationals, so it's been a while.
Isn't that funny how that is too? Like you'll like.
Yeah, it's been a year since getting ready for
right. Like
so
certain events.
I guess we'll start again.
Yeah, right. Like certain events you kind of like steer away from. Like if you go into a couple comps that are like, you know, for nationals or whatever's on your bucket list.
Well, yeah, and the Branch Warren Classic it just happened last weekend, which is where you would have been for the Crown Mountain.
Yeah, they had the Crown Mountain.
Exactly.
I didn't go for it, but they didn't have stones in that. But isn't that funny how like certain events, like you don't train it because strongman is like 60 fucking events. So it's like if that's not on the list, I don't really need to work it.
Well, and tell me what you think about it. Normally, it always seems like with one certain implement, like axle, it normally translates into like 17 different fucking competitions that are close or nearby to you. Mm-hmm. So you're like, well, I might as well just train fucking axle overhead press. They have like axle deadlift or axle fucking sandbag drag or fucking who knows.
Yeah. They almost have like fads.
I think that's where, like, even during off season, I was still kind of going back and forth between log axle.
Yeah.
Just keep it familiar because it's gonna be one of them.
Absolutely. And I think stones, that's something I need to do. Like, I'm glad that now I have them, but I need to be better on doing it. Is like that's one of those things that like you just need to be good at. It's always going to be the last event because whenever you ever, whether it's local or professional, has stones been the first event. Always last when you're fucking dead ass tired and they expect you to do stones. So it's something
because that's the spectacle event,
exactly.
Right?
That's where I thrive. And and plus nobody wants to get all fucking
tacky first thing in the morning,
tackied up, and then fucking oiled down, and then they're just miserable for the rest of the fucking
right. So it's one of those events.
You are ready to be done after that.
Dude.
100%.
It's a half hour taking it off.
Dude, takes
skin went with it.
Oh god, it's so miserable too.
But it's the best when you go to grab that, like when you're at the bar and you go grab that whiskey glass and you got tacky still stuck on that. It's like this motherfucker ain't going nowhere.
You literally sit there and you're like,
take my drink.
This is actually kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
as long as it's not making any friends shaking their hands.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's like
really ask questions.
Do the COVID thing. Hey, elbow bump me, brother.
People definitely ask you questions, and what do you say? Oh, I do strongman. Nobody knows what the fuck that is.
Oh, that's where they lift those big balls.
Okay, weirdo.
Yeah.
Hey, you're slacking.
Oh, okay. Hold on, you keep talking.
I have him.
Oh, okay.
We're good. Okay. So with this comp, then, are you just kind of using this as like a warm up, then, or?
Yeah, because like I was kind of talking a little bit about before, whereas I was like, the more I keep doing them, the better I'm losing the nerves. I'm just trying to, it's like, okay, it's turning into just like another training test day.
Yeah.
Instead of being so nervous about it. I say that, but it still is like the last like day or so before I'm like, oh crap. But it seems like the more and more I do, the more it just becomes natural to keep doing it. So
how many?
I wanted to use this too because I love competing with like my local friends and whatnot and supporting again. And it should be fun. Like I love the idea of just competing.
Yeah.
Even when we do test days, like it's just a good time. I mean, sure, water cuts aren't as fun, but you're like, but it's part of the process. Like,
yeah,
I'll suffer a little bit. I can do it. And I I don't know. It's a good time because I think I got some pretty good competition.
Well, shit, you better, because it's Minnesota's strongest, so there better be some fucking show outs.
Yeah. So I saw a couple of other guys that showed up, and they've been in the strongman game for a while too. So I was like, okay, good. I got some good vets that I should be coming up against and whatnot. And I know a couple other people that even I work out with at my gym are signing up too. So we're like, yeah, right, let's go do it.
Yeah.
And kind of go cheer each other on anyways.
Dude, that's kind of like the biggest thing too. I'm sure it's so loud. I'm sure that you have seen. Are you going to come out for Colorado's strongest?
Oh, that's this December. Yeah, I was looking at that when you guys.
Well, no, that one's the Built for War holiday special.
Oh, okay.
So
are you going to come? Okay, so
strongest.
I don't know if you know or not. I don't know how far you've been listening into the podcast and whatnot, but the holiday special is going to be more or less our series ender next year.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah. So just right now, this is gonna air before this comes out, so you actually get to hear this first. Dude. Don't tell anybody. Cerberus actually is the title sponsor for the show.
Yes.
They are giving out fucking cash money to Cerberus. They're handing out gift cards for that for podium finishers.
Yeah,
dude. Ken's on board. He's such a badass.
Dude, he is.
I fucking love that dude.
He's been sponsoring the podcast. He was the first one to jump on it. And he was like, let's just work out the details. Every fucking person that walks in that door, 10% off. Every person that fucking podium finishes gets a gift card. So are you going to show up to this show?
So that could be my second opportunity, because they're going to do that for Minnesota Strongest Man too. They're giving away some gift cards and whatnot there. So it sounds like I got more things to sign up for.
Absolutely, you do.
Well, and not only that, but it's going to be after Strongman Corp Nationals.
That's what I mean. So you'll immediately have your ticket ready for the next year. Yep. That's why we're also doing it in December. So it's kind of like it's an early kickoff for the following year, right? So then you boom, do your December comp.
And you got all that off season.
Exactly, right? We're getting ready to go into fucking the holiday season, off season, get all bloated. But like as most strongman, like you feel good and you can relax on an off season when you know you've already checked off the list, right? Like fuck, I'm already got my national ticket for next year. I'm all ready to go.
This show that we're putting on is going to be a series ender. So this is going to be like kind of the finals. Obviously, the gift cards aren't going to be the only thing to work for. We're putting in for like cash prizes, all of that kind of shit too.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, of course, I'm just trying to sell you. But next year, like depending on how you like, every first place winner that hits on this one is going to get an automatic invite into next year's finals.
Yep.
And then everybody else, just kind of like how, certain series are, OSG, Clash, all of that kind of shit. They're going to have to work their way back up to getting a qualifier to the finals, because we want to have like fucking $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 payouts.
Legitimately, dude. I
mean, get the athletes paid, right? I mean, I think that's what a lot of people are looking at too. Especially, I mean, just being honest with our group of people, because it's like, hey, we're out here working. We want to get to that level and find something that can make kind of some of that money. Like, we understand that I'm not Brian Shaw. I'm not some of these big guys going in big payouts, but even something for the athletes. Like, we put a lot of work into it too.
Well, but the thing is, with I always say that the 105 class is hands down more impressive than any other class out there, due to the fact of Brian Shaw's overhead press is a little over his body weight.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people say like what you're saying.
We are pound for pound as the 105s. We are pound for pound the strongest people in the world.
If you really look at it, you know what I mean.
And then, I mean, you can even see like some of these best 105s still go into open.
Exactly, they jump into the 105. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like 105s is just savage. Like, and I've been up against.
I mean, I'm going to be saying I'm a little biased. Yes, I like our class.
Yeah,
I hands down. No. That's why I hype us up so much, because I'm the same way. Because I walk around at 231. So me being a 220 is fucking worthless.
Yeah,
but that's why like with USS I normally compete heavyweight, because it's like I could fucking cut that 10, 15 pounds or whatever. But there's something about being in a 105 class with true 105s to where it's like, these are fucking strong people.
Dude, it's legit. And that's what I mean. And like you said, like, and and it even comes back to like, we want to pay out the athletes. We want to show respect to the people that are honestly like, you're a full-time man, like working man. You have a family. You have all these things, but you still are dedicated to your sport and just being a better person. We want to commend you on that. Like, you're out here being a savage every year trying to be better. Oh my gosh.
We haven't even gotten into like your personal
I know.
life.
We don't even. Who is this Chris Burda outside of being just a savage?
How old are you?
So I actually just had my 34th birthday on May 12th.
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday.
So, 34, joints feel like 50. Doing
I
right?
feel you, bro.
Fuck
I
yeah,
feel
I
you.
got 6
We're
years
very
to-
close.
I
I
got
know
6 years
these
to
young
catch you.
guys, they don't even understand these things. They're not even 30 years old yet. Yeah, I thought we were very similar in age. Yeah, because I'm 35. So, yeah. But yeah. It's like once you hit that like 32 age, like you'll see. Just wait. Like he's like, oh, okay. Just fucking wait.
I have never once said that.
I know,
Mike.
yeah. But it's just truth. Like for some reason, the body changes. Like I bet you felt it when you hit like that 26, 27 from like your 20th.
Shit, I'll be honest. I hit it when I was 21, when I actually had the license to drink.
Yeah, isn't it weird? Like your body just changes. Like, you know what I mean?
drink
Like you
I
just
used to.
change. Yeah, like it's just those actual neurological fucking things that change. Like,
Yeah.
And for me, I remember when it was like my 32nd birthday or something, I was like, fuck, man. I was like, I cannot, like, my metabolism is different. Even though I'm doing the same diets, I'm doing the same things that I was doing years ago. My body's just like,
not working anymore.
It's not, it's different.
Yeah.
It's fucking different now.
So then, got any kids?
Yep. So I have a 10-year-old. His name's Jacoby. He's
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
He's about to finish 4th grade here.
Sick.
So he's really excited. He's gonna get ready for some baseball here.
Nice.
So just got the schedule for that for the summer.
Nice. Hell yeah. Oh, dude, that's a mad schedule. Fucking baseball
Yeah,
season. summer.
it's hard and fast for this season. That's for sure.
I get that. I do feel that.
Well, if you need anybody to print you guys out some shirts and whatnot,
Dude, yes.
just let us know. We can send them out to you.
We haven't even posted that all yet, but yes.
Well, we did. You're just behind.
Oh, I didn't watch it? Oh, you did. Yeah, you put it on the glam. That's right. I'm sorry. You did.
I just gotta give him some shit. That's awesome. So what are you like your main goals with strongman here? Are you trying to be, I'm sure that it comes down to top 105 in the world.
I like to be a little bit more realistic. Like when I did bodybuilding, I was never going to get to the Mr. O stage, but I thought it was fun. And like with strongman, I was just like, as long as I'm still having fun with it,
Absolutely.
I just want to see how far I can go with it.
Absolutely. I like
And
that.
it was like a weird thing. I know it's not very manly, but like actually after the Colorado thing, I kind of had like one of those like epiphanies. I was like, fuck, I found something I'm actually kind of good at.
No.
And it was like, I remember it because it was like I got the text from Joel Dirks and he said, hey, congratulations out there in Colorado.
Mhm.
And I was like, damn.
Nice.
I was like, that's sweet. Because he judged one of the competitions I did earlier in the year, and just kind of seeing that, I was like, man, I'm getting recognized for something. I was like, that's cool, because all the other hobbies I did in life, going through kid, like I was a soccer kid. Like I did math league, like really cool growing up. And honestly, I didn't really get that far with anything. So I was like, once I kind of found this part, I was like, oh, I found out something that's enjoyable that I'm good at. I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep going.
Absolutely.
And it was like weird. I was at like brunch and I started getting like happy tears thinking about it. And I was like, finally found something fucking fun to do. Well, I didn't know what my hobby was gonna be.
You kind of found like, I'm sure when you became a dad, you felt like you had some type of purpose, but you felt like there was also something missing at the same time. And I feel like strongman was that kind of like, obviously I'm assuming, but maybe strongman was that something that was missing that would make you feel whole, because you are good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, I mean, everything changes when you have a kid. Like, my main goal is to make sure that he raises up to be an awesome person to everyone around him. Be kind, be respectful, like, be a good guy. And like, have fun in life, figure out what you want to do.
Yeah.
But right, it was also kind of just figuring out like, well, what is me? What do I like to do? What do I like to enjoy and kind of figure out? And now that he's older at 10, like he went to my last competition and he's like, Dad, that was a lot of fun to watch. I was like, all right, got him.
Fuck yeah.
Got your ass.
I am so excited for that because we're about to have our first here and probably we're less than a month out. So I think that
congratulations to me in person.
Thank
That's
you.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're super excited just to have a kid, and I think that's what's going to be a lot of my main purpose because, you know, I'm just like you, man. I just want to have my kid grow up to be the absolute best that he absolutely can.
Yes.
So that's cool. That's
and
really
you're about to get a lot stronger too because Dad's strength's real. So,
dude, I already rock the New Balances, and I'm hoping one day that power just comes in clutch.
Those grass stains are gonna come through.
They gotta be fresh and clean white.
I do. So I've got 2 pair. I've got my lawn pair, and I've got my going out pair.
Dude, you're ready.
So ready.
Man, when people see those things, they know what's up.
That guy can grill.
Boy, can I.
Oh my God.
I just grilled up some pork chops right before this. So.
Dude.
There we go.
Oh, shit, man. So what, after, I guess, after Minnesota Strongest, are you just training now for nationals afterwards then?
Yeah, we actually started even putting some of those events in just like during the week. So there's going to be a max bag throw over bar at nationals. So we're like, hey,
hold on.
You might as well start getting that back in.
Okay.
Let's rewind that back real quick. A max what bar? Yep. Max what throw?
Sandbag throw.
Sandbag. I heard what you were saying.
Yeah.
Bag.
Yeah. I heard a bag.
Bag. It's in Minnesota. I love it. But no, is it 2 hands or 1 hand?
Yeah, I believe it's 2 hands.
Okay.
From when I was reading the rules.
Okay,
they just
good.
let out the weights and
See,
rules
that's
this
a
week.
cool event. Like, go fuck yourself. I love you to death, Anthony Furman. Go fuck yourself with that one-armed fucking max bag throw, dude. Like, that shit is the worst in the world.
This man is already vertically challenged as it is. If you take one of his arms away,
oh my God, worst event. I lost in the first event. Like, I couldn't even do the opener. Like, go fuck yourself.
Chris, I would assume that with your height, with your length of arms and everything, that you're actually like a really good bag thrower, right?
Again, I'm excited to get back into it because it's been a while since I trained for it, but it goes great. Just like kind of like the deadlift and a lot of the, loads and whatnot.
Yeah.
I have good hips. It seems like I can use those. That helps a lot with bag throw. So,
I've always,
like you said, we got that height. We get more angle on it once we start using it.
Yeah, I've always been really good at bag throws. Like, I've slanged bags, kegs, everything. I've never had a problem with it. I also used to train kettlebells a lot, and like kettlebell swings.
Like swings. Yeah,
dude, that'll fucking make your bag. That'll make your bag game a million times better, and your deadlift too.
That should I was gonna say that should be on your pull day.
Yeah.
If you're not doing them, you should be doing them.
Absolutely.
FYI to everyone.
Yeah, heavy kettlebell swings, 10 sets of 10. Not only will your hamstrings be fried, but you will know what fucking power feels like.
Right, absolutely. Using those hamstrings, using those abductors, fucking pulling those hips through, absolutely.
And we do mean heavy kettlebell.
Yeah.
30 pounds is not heavy, guys.
No.
What's this one?
I'm talking like 80 to 100.
Yeah, I was going to say.
What's the biggest one your gym has?
Yeah,
we'll get that one.
Literally.
Yes.
Literally.
That's not enough. Take that elastic band.
Dude, I was just getting ready to say that and
and
fucking chain some weight to that motherfucker.
Oh,
yes. Kettlebells are so underrated.
They really are, especially
are.
in the strong. Well, at least in the strongman community, because everything relates to hip, hip power,
hips.
like shoving. I always relate it to this, and it's going to get a little graphic, but I always relate to shoving your dick through a concrete wall.
No, I mean legitimately.
Well, I got warm.
I mean, literally, legitimately. Like, I mean, deadlift or anything else. Like fuck that bar. Like, get that motherfucker through.
That's it though. Explode through them.
Explode.
How hard can you? Like, that's what I always tell people with deadlift. Like, as soon as it comes up, like,
dude,
above the knee, how hard can you put push your dick through a brick
Legitimate.
wall.
How hard can you slap that ass and fucking get up in there?
Yeah.
Like quick. Like it is. And that's all hammies, fucking abductors, hips, everything.
A whole lot of butt cheeks.
Just fucking getting through there. Those glutes and everything else. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
So that is a huge tip. So you guys better get on your game. Slap that ass. Get up on that shit.
Smack that old lady's ass and make sure that she feels good about herself.
Legitimately. So
You treat her to ice cream, okay?
Treat her to ice cream.
are you okay? I'll get you some ice cream.
Right after.
You lay there. I'll get you a cone.
And if she's pregnant, just make sure you
Twice
tiptoe
as
that
hard.
line. Tiptoe that line. So then with that one,
lesson learned?
we had Cold Stone delivered to the house every single fucking night for probably 3 weeks straight. So yeah, lesson learned.
I hope you weren't on a cut.
No, but it is funny because I was still cutting. I've been training for the tactical games here recently, so it's been a lot of fucking cardio. It doesn't matter what I do or how much I eat. For the most part, I've been losing weight. Like right now, I'm sitting at 220, and I'm normally at 231.
Sure.
So, what other like events for nationals are you putting in there?
Yep. So the other national events, there's a power stairs event.
Oh,
there's
sick.
I'm excited for that one. That's another one I've never tried.
We've never done it either.
Nope.
I think it'll be cool. Like definitely something like, again, what do you compare this to? I guess a duck walk, but up things.
Yeah. Right. And I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, your height is gonna help with that.
Yeah.
Like a height on a duck stair is
It
gonna,
is. Yep.
like, but I mean, your overall, like your back strength, your fucking deadlift, and everything else is huge. So that should be a pretty good event for you. Like that should work pretty well.
That should be good. Yeah. And so then they have it's a log log press. They have a light log and then a heavy log. So
Okay.
obviously if you get a rep on the heavy log.
Oh, like a Trump log.
A Trump
like
log,
a Trump
yeah.
log. Okay.
Yeah, the Trump rule. So the log is a 305 for the 105 guys.
Okay.
For the heavy log. And I think like 255 for the light log.
Oh, okay.
And it's like
okay.
no problem doing the light log, but I got to make sure, like, in reality, you have to do a rep on the 305 log.
Absolutely.
Or you're not going to stand in nationals.
No,
So,
absolutely not.
That's why I always love all of those things, because it always comes down to who can just rep out the biggest log possible. Because if you do the little log once, it's not gonna fucking matter.
Well, right, and they usually like kind of like Trump things, like they fuck you, like, right, like, I mean, the points. I don't know how they're gonna do it on nationals, but anytime they do a Trump event, it's a crazy of how, like, you could do a 305 log for 1 or 2 reps and say, like, each rep it gives you in that event gives you 20 points. But a 255 log will give you like 5.
Oh,
so it's like you'd have to do like 20 fucking 10 reps on a fucking
you'd have to like
you'd have to
there's no
rep,
way you can catch it.
Yeah, to even do 1 rep. Like you'd have to do 10 to 1.
I've never seen it like that. It's always been if you can do 100 reps at the 255. If you don't get the 305 once, whoever does is still ahead of you. Well, that's the way I've always seen
okay.
it.
Yeah, they usually do.
Yeah, I think that's the way the rule goes. But,
It's like okay. I'm just trying to think, because the only Trump log I've never done a Trump log. I know Senate Paper's going to do a Trump log, but like I'm just relaying to like the Rogue invitation. They had like, you know, the fucking 440 or whatever it was, the big Austrian oak, and I think you got like 100 points for that. And then they had anybody that couldn't do the big Austrian oak, they broke it down to like a 375. So you got 100 points if you did 1 rep on the big one, and you got 10 points if you did the other rep. So just to match 1 rep on that, you'd have to do fucking, how, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you'd have to do fucking 10 reps in 60 seconds to match 1.
Yeah.
So it's like, you might as well train. Get that 305.
You got to do the heavy.
You got to get right. You got to do the fucking heavy. Like, you have to. So, okay.
So then what else do you have?
So, we got the power stairs. We got max bake throw. There's also a trap bar max deadlift. So that'll be different.
Dude, that would be cool.
I'm excited to do that. I've only trained trap bar actually at a summer event that's coming up here in Minnesota again. And they just had a trap bar and they're like, hey, how much do you think a couple of you guys can do this? So a couple of my friends, Grant Thompson and Charlie Dunnick, we showed up and we're like, I don't know, should we try 800?
Yeah,
and it went, and I was like, well, that's cool. Apparently, this is a lot easier than a normal deadlift.
Way fucking easier. Yeah, I was getting ready to say you guys are probably gonna be up in like the 9s, like that motherfucker.
I'm guessing there's some monsters that are absolutely gonna be in there.
Easily,
when you ever look at like those world deadlift champions, and you can look up like the 105's best around the world, and you're like, really? Okay.
Yeah. I just did one in that Kansas show that I was telling you about, and I hit 8.
Yeah,
I think I hit 875. So it was decent.
It's crazy.
I think it was 8.
Yeah, whatever it was. It's just crazy.
Remember.
Like
1 million pounds.
1
million.
1 million.
Somebody give me my cat. I don't have a fucking cat.
But it's amazing. Isn't that crazy? Like, and I always use that as a reference because like most people's trap bar is so much bigger than your deadlift. And even though you're kind of pulling it from the same part, it's amazing. But it's like you forget there's no bar.
Well, yeah,
there.
you get to engage your quad so much
way
more.
Much
more like a leg press. Yeah,
it's a leg
sure.
press. Right. Yeah.
And you get good enough. Yeah, you get a good enough strap in there.
Yep.
Man, it literally is just fucking
going.
It's gone.
Literally.
So, okay, that'll be nasty.
That'll
That'll be nasty. So that'll be good. But I feel like also, me personally, like to get my deadlift to shoot up, which I've been able to do. Luckily, I usually do a block of trap bar because it helps you bring the legs in, right? Because sometimes you forget to fucking really engage those hips and those fucking legs. So
I got a strong enough back.
Just use that old back. But okay, so that'll be nasty. So yeah, it's gonna get heavy as fuck real quick. So
yeah, and honest, I'm really looking forward to it.
That'd be cool
because I haven't really gone for heavy singles in a while.
Right.
We did a heavy triple in a deadlift recently after we failed it like 2 weeks before. My coach was kind of looking at how the programming worked, and he's like, yeah, I think you should have got that the other week. We're going to try it again. Okay.
Neat.
Did it.
Cool.
It's weird how that works sometimes. So I'm excited to kind of go again for it.
Okay. And then what are you running into after that?
Yeah, I was trying to look that up because, like, man, now my memory's getting foggy.
No,
it's
you're
gotta be
good.
Are you kidding me? You don't have all the shit pulled up.
God. You don't have pinpoints. You don't have a list. You're not looking down at a pinpoint right now.
112.08. That's gonna be the thumbnail.
That's the thumbnail.
Yep. Where did I put it?
I don't know. It's your phone.
Oh, man.
Back to our sponsor. These server strength extreme wrist wraps are so extreme.
They really are.
Do not expect to bend your fucking wrist.
Legitimately, max lifts, anything you need. You don't want to break a wrist? Use these Cerberus Elite.
They literally connect your forearm bones to your hand bones, and they work fucking really good.
Yeah, these are amazing. Cerberus strength, 10% before war.
Did you figure it out?
I found it out.
Okay. Perfect.
Week. Yep. So there's also a yoke and a wheelbarrow race. I've never done wheelbarrow, but I mean, besides
neither.
Like working on stuff in the backyard.
Yeah.
But I know that's not quite the same.
Well, I mean.
So I did it in my second ever amateur show.
Oh, okay.
I did a wheelbarrow. It was a sandbag. I think it was like a keg to a sandbag to a wheelbarrow. We didn't have to load it, but it's exactly what you would expect. I'm not going to lie. It's literally the same fucking thing. Like,
massive
load up your wheelbarrow and just take it up and down the road as much as you can.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's at least easy to train. And then the last one is, luckily, it's stones again. So we're keeping that in. It just says stone event to be determined. So
they don't tell you. Okay. So just keep working your stones.
Well, and they're probably, as a promoter, they're probably waiting on to see how many people are going to come into nationals, whether it's going to be, say, a stone over bar or a stone series.
Yep.
Or even how many more stones do you need?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When is
or what is going to be worth it, more or less? Because even though it is like a spectator show, really honestly, it's going to be kind of one of those things of like, okay, there's a shitload of people. We can justify bringing in all these like 500 fucking stones for this thing.
Legitimately.
But
when is SC Nats this year? September?
Yep, so that's going to be this October 20th and 21st.
October. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So it's like finish the one in July, and it's like, all right, you got 3 months. Get back
immediately getting at it. Okay.
And then right after that, you
get
have
the December show.
2.5 months to come to Colorado to compete in our show.
Dude.
And honestly, guys, it's not going to take that much for me to go to Colorado.
Good.
My partner and I, Andy, we're planning to go already this like next month.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So she grew up there in, damn it, Estes Park.
Oh, in Estes. Okay. Sick.
Yep. So we got
I love how you just screamed at her for not remembering where she grew up.
I'm not sober, guys. Come on, give me a break.
Who is?
Cheers, I'll drink to that.
The touch your glass.
Okay, so
no, it was super rad because that was like I liked making a trip out of it because I love going to Colorado. It's one state that I've traveled to that state almost maybe as much times as even the local states around me in Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
I've been going there so much. And when we were going to do that competition, she's like, well, do you want to see where I grew up? And she kind of like brought me to all different places and whatnot. And I was like, well, yeah, let's go hike some mountains. Let's go have a good time. Enjoy things that we can do in Colorado. And I was like, it's just make a trip out of it. So another reason to go out to Colorado. That's not hard to convince.
Hell yeah.
Well, when you do come out,
springs. You guys got some rad hot springs.
Dude, bro.
Yeah, we do.
I just came back from the hot springs.
From Steamboat.
From the Steamboat hot springs.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
You have no idea. I got stories for days.
Oh, no, we went there.
Oh, did you go? Which one did you guys go to? Did you go to the...
there's only strawberry up there.
No, there's strawberry, and then there's Glen fucking...
We went to Strawberry.
You went to the Strawberry. Okay. Isn't that so sick, bro?
Dude, you can't do that anywhere. Just out in the middle of the mountains, you're like, yep.
In the middle of a mountain, you got the fucking... And that is the best, like, hot and cold ever. Like, I love hot and colds.
Oh, so
but,
good.
like, jumping in the real river and then fucking freezing.
That thing was cold as hell.
Freezing, bro.
Wait, hold on. Did you hear what you just said? Cold as hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You know, like Cerberus has got like they got their like Sub-Zero Inferno rubs too.
Dude.
Sub-Zero and Inferno.
But
if you've been listening to the podcast, those are two different rubs, okay?
Those things are.
But it's still a Cerberus. Cerberus is also the dog of hell.
Ooh.
You ain't wrong, Biscuit.
You ain't wrong. That thing is freezing, but then you have like the beautiful oh god, that place is so beautiful. I've actually never been to the Strawberry until like 2 weeks ago. I just came back from there.
Oh, so worth it.
So
I would go back.
Absolutely.
Okay, so then here's what we do. You come out, you compete in our show.
Yeah.
And then
boom,
we go
Steamboat.
2 days later to Steamboat.
Well, we fuck up Steamboat.
Done.
I like that.
Put it on the books. Somebody's got to watch my kid for 2 weeks.
I don't got kids, so I'll meet you there.
You're going to watch my kid.
I've been here for a week.
Oh, dude, no, but that'll be boarding season. So we'll go board again. Do you like to snowboard?
I need to wax my board. I mean, and of course,
well, you
boarding
just said
around
that,
here is not the same as Colorado. Right. Little molehills, but yeah, I got to wax my board up, but I got it.
Okay, well, just the fact that you said I have to wax my board means that you board. Not like
he asked if you need to snowboard or if you like to snowboard, not what you need to do to go snowboarding.
I need to wax my board, so obviously you like to.
Yeah,
good man.
No, dude, we would love to have you out here, and if you guys are gonna come out here for the comp, like let's definitely set something up.
Absolutely.
No, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So hopefully put on a great show for you guys because we really are like we're trying to make this motherfucker a banger.
It's like, already becoming a banger.
It's already starting. So so something you don't want to miss.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. So
I mean, shit. If nobody else signs up, then you get all the gift cards. So
if you're the only one in your class, man, you're first place, brother.
if you're the only one to compete, I will watch you compete through every single event, and you will get everybody's gift cards.
Everyone, dude. I will hype you up so bad.
All right, no one else listen.
But you better be telling everybody.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, we've been on it for a fucking minute here. Where can everybody find you, man?
Dude.
So, I'm on Instagram, the Burda Point of View.
Yep.
That's where I've been putting like my lifts, kind of just throwing that stuff up there.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, I'll be around in Colorado at some competitions coming up, so you'll see me there coming. And then I like to travel around the Midwest, doing some ones in Wisconsin, doing Minnesota. I got to get to some other ones in Dakota and Iowa, but
Okay.
I look forward to kind of getting around. I'd love to get to more competitions too, like outside of just the Midwest, get to some more coastal stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's where I kind of have to do like what you're doing is like get to these OSG qualifiers.
Yeah, bro.
Like you guys are talking about end goal is like, that's it, man. Get to Clash, get to OSG.
Absolutely.
The whole reason of going to nationals is just so I can get to the Arnold's.
To the Arnold's, right? And you're at that level where you're looking for
just
that
pick
bigger.
yourself up.
Exactly, right? You're at that point, and yeah, and as somebody that's competed against you and watches you and stuff, like you're at that level, brother. So like, I really think you need to, set your goals to that. So I think, Arnold's fucking great goal, and then maybe next year. Like, I really think I could see you sitting at this Clash, or sitting at the OSGs. So
that's there. We're gonna get there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, all this holds together.
Right. I feel you on that. We're just trying to hold it together till we hit the Masters, and then we're gonna shine.
Everything went down 100 pounds. Sweet.
I still got fucking 12 years before that happens.
Yeah.
Well, shit, Chris, it's been good talking with you.
Dude, love having you on the show,
Absolutely.
man.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
No,
Absolutely.
thank you for having you on the show.
We're going to have you on again.
Absolutely.
You're our first. You're not going to be our last.
Yeah, dude. You're on the big screen, bro.
Looking forward to it. We got a lot more shit we can bullshit about.
Oh, absolutely, dude. We could go on for days.
I was going to say, we've got plenty of
right?
time.
Like, we try our best, like, because we've had some podcasts where we get into good conversations. We'll be on this bitch for 5 hours. So it's like, let's just break it.
Both of the Ryan Stewart podcasts, we've gone on for 3+ hours. And
legitimately.
I literally sit there and I'm like, oh God, there's so much. There's so much.
I'm way too down into this bottom.
Seriously.
Well, fuck, man. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, dude.
We always ask the question.
This is the question. Get ready.
Now, we always ask the question to every single person that comes onto this podcast. What do you rather? Do you rather love to win or hate to lose, and why?
I love everybody's reaction to that one.
I love to win. I would say I would go for that. I don't mind getting beaten when I know that I did my best. So I wouldn't say I really hate to lose at something. I love to win just for the generic of like, I put everything into it and I came out on top.
Yeah.
Like, everyone tried their absolute hardest. And that's where if I'm ever at a competition and like someone gets hurt, like I don't feel the same.
Right.
I'm just kind of like, damn it, dude. No, I wanted you at your max.
Absolutely.
Like, your hand ripped on that farmer. Is that like, damn, I wanted to go man to man with you. Like,
right.
We got to compete again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're definitely a strong man.
Yeah. he's one of us.
Oh, shit.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
All right. Cool. Chris, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, bro. Thank you for being on the show, man. Keep training. Good luck at Nationals. I know you're going to fucking kill that shit. And tear up the Arnold's, bro. I already know you're going to get there, so tear up the Arnold's.
Oh, man.
I'm already putting it out there. I already said it. So.
Fuck yeah.
You got my sign of approval. I gave you your doctor's note. He's going to the Arnold's. So.
Well, hey, brother, we're going to play out real quick, and we'll get back into a little bit of our shit real fast before we all completely log off. So, any last exiting words?
No, looking forward to meeting you guys.
Yeah.
And seeing you again in Colorado.
Absolutely.
All right, brother.
So, if you guys want to check out Chris Burda, check him out at the Instagram, Burda Point of View. And watch this man slay the 105s.
Absolutely. And if you guys want to find anything about us, make sure you just go link in that bio, and you'll find everything that you need.
Everything you need. Trotter the Trainer, michael.lee.music.com.
Bitch.
Service strength before war. Check the link in the bio.
Premier TRT.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
And,
you almost missed her.
Damn. All right.
All right. We're going to get out of here. We'll see you guys later. All right. Stay hard, motherfuckers.